Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian.is.weird. So, today we are going to be watching 1998's Halloweentown, another classic. Another great movie that came out in 98 is Blade. However, I think I'm just going to do like a vampire chunk of movies. Um, so, I decided to put Blade with the vampire and vampire slayer type of movies. Um, so let me open up. So I gotta get into Disney Plus. If you're like, wow, your face looks like it's revolting against everything you've ever done, you would be correct. It's real angry right now. So we're just gonna pretend like my face isn't just real pissed off. So, of course, this is an iconic classic movie. It is available on Disney, or should be. I guess I should have checked beforehand, but I just figured it would have been on there. So they did 4 movies in the franchise. So they did Halloweentown, Halloweentown 2, Calabar's Revenge. They did Halloweentown High, and then they did another movie where they replaced the main character, which I don't know anyone who says that is part of the Halloweentown series. Yeah, there we go, right there. Okay, so Return to Halloweentown was done in 2006. So 4 movies in almost 10 years. So I'm gonna get my stuff set up. I'm still working on my cat graveyard. I haven't really been able to work on it much, just with like so much therapy and moving and all the stuff that comes along with that. So pretty much the only time I work on it is when I'm watching TV, and then I get distracted and I kind of only watch TV. So let's try to stay focused and get some progress done. Maybe we'll have a kitten visitor of our own. Who knows? So we're going to turn on Halloweentown. A lot of the makeup, just like the vibes, still hold up from 1998, which I appreciate heavily. Also, did you know that Marnie, the main character, the actress that plays the main character, Marnie, ended up dating and marrying, and is still married to her co-star from Halloweentown 2. Won't give away who that person is, but they're married and super cute, and they they do a post every Halloween. It's super cute. So let's get this started. If we end super early, we could start Blade. I do like the idea of doing a movie from '98. It does get tricky with a series, because if you do the time going backwards, you're gonna get the most recent movies first, and then you're gonna get the older movies last. So your timeline's gonna be all mixed up, and you're gonna be real confused. So let's us go ahead and start this this movie. I'm like, I haven't seen this movie in forever. Bitch, it's barely been a year. It definitely hasn't been a year. The iconic Debbie Reynolds. Kimberly J. Brown plays Marnie. Also, just like super cute idea for a movie about Halloween and like who the real monsters are and things like that. You know, it's, you know, that old trope. Somebody's coming. Sorry, I just jammed a tuna sandwich down my throat, so I'm like, that's why. I'm 13. I'm practically an grown up. Is there an age for being a grown up? Please, somebody tell me. Oh. Ma'am? Nerd! Thought I heard a kitten playing. Hi, welcome in. We are watching Halloweentown on Disney Plus. Um, um, fucking nerd, man. Come on now. Trees are important too, you know? Oh my gosh, I could quote like this whole movie verbatim. It's just full of catchy things, and then there's like the most ridiculous, like What's that smell? Oh, it must be the big cheese. What an icon. What a legend. So sad that she passed. Never get over it. Never. It's just one cookie. But I want cookie. Honestly, most powerful witch in this movie. Like, that doesn't have training. Like, she's so, like, naturally gifted. Let's put on our bikinis and go swimming in the candy. This bag defies logic. Actually, she gets B's and C's in school. I get A's. Oh my gosh, I love this movie. I need like a Halloweentown mug or something. So I made blueberry tea for no reason other than I really like blueberry tea. Ghosts tend to be very depressed creatures anyways. Hi, welcome in. Today I'm continuing to work on my cat haunted mansion playmat. It's gonna be large. This is about the size of a bath mat. I'm hoping that the mat will be about 30 inches by 18 inches. And uh, so I want it to be pretty large. And then the cemetery that I had made before is going to be um, uh, attached to the side so that if my cat wants to kick it around and play in the play with the catnip, then it can detach easily and not disrupt the whole um, haunted mansion aspect of it. I don't know why she's trying to fight with her mom and be like, just like, just like, let's act like we're not witches, even though we're fucking witches. Like, nerd! Every time Dylan's on screen, I just have to yell nerd. It's just such a nerd. Like, Cleveland? Right, the Weirdo Encyclopedia. Shut up, Dylan. It's literally just like a white brunette person, and they're like, it's Marnie. It's literally very, okay, okay, Queen. It is me. Make any when I click on this. Grandma can only come on Halloween nights and stay for a couple of hours. No one else finds this weird. So like, I'm sweltering. I need to get this blanket out from under here. Didn't know there was some layers, did you? Haha, joke's on you. It literally is your tradition, bitch. Nothing to do. Nerd! Hi, welcome, Nifty. There was some kind of glitch. I was waiting for your broadcast for over 10 minutes. That's so weird. I have been on since, the whole time. Decided to do a refresh. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I've been on since 9:01 maybe. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so I've been watching Halloweentown. Uh, Blade also came out this year in '98, but I love this movie. I know every word. Blade, I think I'm gonna wait to watch Blade until I do. I think I'm gonna do a bunch of vampire movies all together, but it's possible, depending on who's hanging out, we got a good vibe going. It's before. Oh no! I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's so weird. Dylan's the man of the house. Psh, okay, Queen. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's so weird. What you're gonna do a vampire week? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a bunch of vampire movies together because I feel like I could spread them throughout. But if I just kind of had like a grouping, then it would be fun. I don't really have any particular like method to the madness, but because I started with relatively like Disney and like family friendly movies, figure we'll kind of do that first, at least what's like available, and then um, yeah. So if you have any must see vampire movies, um, we'll definitely add that to the list. Um, there are still yarns and things for sale if you're interested that I'm getting rid of. So that video is still up. Um, I think I think It Follows is a movie that I haven't. Well, I know I haven't seen It Follows, but I heard that that's a good vampire movie. I might do something as like simple as Twilight, just for like the fun of it, but then do some things like Blade and like Van Helsing and um, there's the movie My Babysitter is a Vampire, which is so good, so cute, in the Disney bracket, but also in the vampire bracket. Now, my babysitter's a vampire. I know. Twilight was fun. Honestly, like, I think that they're just, like, good, bad movies. Like, I think of them as, like, the equivalent of a, like, bad sci-fi movie. It's just, um, uh, so we'll do that. Even though Twilight is definitely not the most Halloween of Halloweeny movies, I do think it would be fun. Then there's like Lost Boys. Um, then I can do something like some more like beast and like werewolf monster flicks, like American. Um, uh, and then I might see if I can I try to like do like some classics like Hitchcock's It's Birds and things like that. Just kind of whatever I can find. Probably do like a slasher week or a couple nights. Um, with some of like the classic slashers. So long, Soapy. I love the Twilight soundtracks. They're really fun too. Characters that aren't the most savory, like that kid, Luke. Is a big shot because he's got a nose job. Um, yeah, we've listened to the soundtrack of all the movies so much. Um, so let's see. So yeah, like monster movies, slasher movies, suspense movies. I'm just kind of like I gotta be a little hesitant about that. Um, the new Haunted Mansion I found really fun. The previous one with Eddie Murphy, I didn't like as much, but I do like Eddie Murphy a lot. So Sophie just does things. Sophie's the best witch. You're undervalued, Sophie, but not by me. Let's see. So sure, there's got to be some like good like 90's um movies that we can like group together, like Sleepy Hollow, Edward Scissorhands. They don't all have to be like Johnny Depp or Tim Burton movies, but like I feel like in that like realm, like there were just so many good like movies, um, that I just feel like, especially like Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow is so good. I watched that last year to get ready for Halloween, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how freaking good this movie was. And then Christopher Walken, like, it's hard because like he doesn't speak at all during the whole movie, but like you can just him like existing, you can like hear his voice, and you're just like, I don't know if this is. So yeah, there's got to be. I mean, I know that there's easily over 100 movies that I could put in there, and like how I want to classify them is totally TBD. But oh, like Practical Magic, that would be good. Um, uh, what's that movie where Jack Nicholson is the devil and Cher's in it? You know what I'm talking about? Not Cher. Are you cooking chowder, Grandma? Okay, let's see. Uh, Jack. It's not. It's not like. I keep on wanting to say Mystic Witches, but I'm thinking Mystic Pizza, which is a totally different movie. What is that movie where Jack Nicholson is the devil? I think Cher's in it, right? I haven't watched The Shining. That might be too scary for me. But anyways. Jack Nicholson, devil movie. The Witches of Eastwick. Classic, classic movie. So much fun. No, not The Devil Wears Prada. The Witches of Eastwick. Oh my gosh, I could not eat cherries for the longest time because there's a scene with cherries. It's classified as a comedy slash horror movie. Michelle Pfeiffer, Susan Sarandon, and Cher. Mother. Oh shit, did I turn off my... That's just like... Okay, so then there's, okay, so... I do hate how they put all this effort into like making these like really nice looking Halloween masks for for uh for these characters, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna be all green up here, and then they like didn't paint their arms green or anything. They didn't try at all. Just like put them in like a tunic topper. So we're just gonna keep flipping back and forth. I love her. Oh, Barney. She's found the brooms. Just like the positioning of her hands. Diva. Green Diva. Something of a big cheese around here. Must have been the big cheese. Oh, What a fucking slave and insult. You're lucky you're 13. I flew Duke. I'm such a wiener. And I'm also going to alternate some projects between doing the cat haunted house, and doing some of my weird, because even though we're within the 100 days to Halloween, I still am doing my summer of whips. I have so many whips, and I would like to complete them eventually. You put that broom down right now, young lady. You are grounded. I almost said, or so help me. I also watched Monsters Inc. the other night. Because I'm cool. It's getting severe up in here. I'm gonna move somewhere really far away. I'm gonna join a motorcycle gang. on my hair. Let's see it off. There's also lots of good shows that I could add to this whole shebang, but like I just feel like I would never get through. Like True Blood, that would be an amazing show to add. Um, Six River Cruise. Um, so, is anyone working on anything else? I know that you are probably tired of seeing me work on this thing over and over and over again, but it's turning out so cool, isn't it? I'm so happy with it. But yeah. I want to travel with as few open whips as possible. So like just trying to like get through them is been my priority. Because I knew that once I knew that once oh, and if you marry him, I'm not calling him dad. Oh no, I'm not sick of it at all. It's turning out really beautiful. I'm noticing how consistent your loops are. Yeah, once you get into like the right like how you set your loop size, it's really easy to get like a really consistently sized loop. And it's actually the inconsistencies that make it really fun and cool looking. Uh, the loops do make it look less or make it look more consistent than when you cut them, but the once you cut it in half, then you can be a little bit off center and the one part of the grass is longer, things like that. But even then, I mean, it looks relatively consistent. It's not too hard to get a consistent size loop or fringe or whatever you're going for. The wiener dude. I love this movie. Nerd. just noticed a graffiti on the boarded up movie theater. It says, "Please keep out," but it's graffiti. It's just like it's just please. It's very polite to ask for someone to please keep out, but try to be menacing. That's how you know it's a Disney movie. Sometimes I do have the problem of the bottom of my pearls hook getting caught in the loops, but that would happen with any hook, so can't exactly blame my hook. Although I wonder if I had this size in my um this size in my for my Krogo handle, if that would Debbie Reynolds, you bad bitch. Will you shut up? Okay, so this is my second ball of the second skein of the uh, so I've used a full skein of this Big Twist mistletoe stripe, and I'll probably finish off this one and maybe have to start the third one before I finish the size that I want. I might need to switch projects soon because this hook size is like hurting my hand. So, okay, so I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm going to, yeah, there's a lot of yarn used up. Yes, this is a yarn eater for sure. So this is, again, this is a 8mm hook. I'm double stranding the yarn. I'm doing a half double crochet loop stitch, and then in between I'm doing a slip stitch. Now, on one row, I wanted to see what it would look like if I tried to just like, if I was like, maybe it'll be a little less dense here, and I did a half double crochet, but I didn't like how spaced out it was, so I just went back to the single crochet, or went back to the slip stitch, sorry, in between the rows of the loop stitch. So it's not super, this is so dense. It's so dense, but it is a yarn eater. So I expect that I'll have used 2 full skeins of Premier Basics and at least 2 full skeins of the mistletoe stripe, somewhere around there. Once I kind of start getting a feel for how big it's going to be with all that yarn. I mean, this is like I said, this is definitely like a bath mat size. Like I know when I was looking for bath mats recently, there were 2 main sizes. There's like a 24-inch wide one and a 34-inch wide one. And so like this is definitely closer to the 34-inch like bath mat, not like a shower mat. So if you used like an absorbent yarn with this, I feel like it would be really nice. Use an antimicrobial yarn. That would be really nice. And I know that those yarns came out, no one really did anything with them, but they can make really good bath mats as long as you put something absorbent underneath to make sure that yarn and water didn't just kind of like, you know, come off of it. But let me switch projects, and then I will be right back. Actually, I'm gonna take a bathroom break as well. So be right back. No. Okay. Now we are. Whoop, 1 second. Almost here. So this one, I'm trying to figure out how to pack up all my furls because I have like most of the boxes. I've got like about 75 to 80% of the boxes that I have like for like all of my furls that I've gotten throughout the years, and I could just pack up like my smaller furls and then assume that my like larger ones were going to be okay. But even then, I just hate putting them in and out of the boxes. So this is going to be a cat ear hat, or just like a ribbed beanie. This is Rainbow. That's the name of the yarn from Ice Yarns. Super pretty. Comes in a lot of variations, but this is the um, like the rainbow one. It's 100% premium acrylic, 100 grams, 240 meters. It is a 3 weight. And I'm using and so this is my G Plus Pride hook. So I've had this on the hook for a while. I think I lost it for a while, honestly. That's why it's like important to just like get whips done so you don't lose them. Because I'm a loser. Okay, let's get back to some Halloweentown. Okay, so if you had to pick a favorite Halloween or like Halloween season, ghost ghouls, spooky goblins, goblins, ghosts, like anything like that, if you had to pick any of those kinds of movies, what would be like your favorite movie? There's a question. If I had to pick mine, I mean, Hocus Pocus is obviously one of my favorites. Probably The Craft. I really like The Craft. The Craft definitely needs to go on this list. It's just a really good movie that does a lot of really fun things with the notion of like practicing witches and what happens when teenagers with their egos and their being superficial, like what happens when that and like very powerful magic like comes into play. So probably The Craft. But like for like a fun like just casual movie, um mm, now I'm like Hocus Pocus, Halloweentown, Beetlejuice, like all the ones I watched at the beginning, I have watched so far have been like they've been some of my favorite movies. I've been watching them like my whole life. Like, granted, this came out when I was 7, so like I watched it when it came out. Whereas, like Hocus Pocus, what did they say? It came out in '93. Is that when it came out? Because wasn't last year when it came out like the 30th anniversary? Is that right? So like I was like 2 when that came out, so like just about to turn 2. So not really in my stratosphere quite yet. 2-year-olds can only absorb so much. Beetlejuice is so good. So good. So classic. Yeah, I want to do like all the Beetlejuice costumes, like Beetlejuice, Lydia, like live action movie, the animated show. So good. Also, I feel like I could put a Scooby Doo movie in here. Like, honestly, I could put probably all of Scooby Doo into, um, into like this this genre because it's all about like scary and, you know, mysteries solving and stuff like that. But like I feel like if I had to pick one, there's the one with like what is it? Like the Moonscar Island. There's like Zombie Island. Zombie Island would be a good one. Although the ultimate one is The Witch's Ghost. Witch's Ghost is definitely up there. I love Scooby-Doo so much. So yeah, maybe I'll do a Scooby-Doo one as well. What is happening here? Some kind of sticker cut. Put that in there. Okay, cool. Weird. Okay, let's just go on. Sixth Sense could be considered a good scary. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So I definitely think that that would be a good ghost movie. I like that. I wouldn't have thought about that, but good ghost movie. What are some good ghost movies? Because a lot of ghost movies can get too scary for me. Because I'm a little baby. Little baby. Hi, Brandon. Welcome in. I am watching Halloweentown. We are doing our countdown to Halloween. So in 1998, the classic movie Halloweentown came out. So as did Blade, but we're gonna put Blade in like the vampire section. Yes, Halloweentown is so fun. So thus far we have watched Hocus Pocus, we've watched Beetlejuice, and then now we're doing Halloweentown. So probably gonna go through like Disney-ish movies first. So we'll just keep it like the family-friendly portion. Yes, because Debbie Reynolds is amazing. She's an icon and such a legend. And she did this. There was this one thing she said. She was like, and she just had like, she's like, Queen, yes. She's so iconic. So sad. Yeah. So yeah, we're at the point where like the kids are making the brew, witch's brew. So I'm probably, if there's something in a series, I'm probably not going to watch like multiples in that series due to the fact that like it's like I could like there's some things that I could just like watch all of. It's possible I might like eke into some shows and maybe like tonight we're gonna watch like 2 hours worth of um like whatever show, like True Blood or something like that. I don't know. But like I probably won't because uh and so I'm working on my most successful like cat toy that I've ever made, successful but in my cat's eyes, was a catnip graveyard where I did a loop stitch. I did just like a little half double crochet back and forth with the loop stitch, and I made these little gravestones. My cat does not eat polyfill or yarn. He does eat like mesh and stuff. So if your cat does eat this type of stuff, or you are making this for an animal that does eat this type of stuff, please obviously. Um, so I'm watching off of streaming. So all of these have, well, let's see, Hocus Pocus and Halloweentown were off of Disney Plus, and then had um, Prime had Beetlejuice. And Beetlejuice does go off of Prime on the 8th, I think, and I think that they're getting us ready for the Beetlejuice um, uh, to come back. So like this has catnip in it, and there's Velcro on the bottom. There's Velcro stuck. Um, Here, I do have a lot of these movies, but it's just easier with streaming service to just be able to like throw everything up like this. So I do tell people where I'm watching things off of if they have it. But my cat can play with this in the middle of the night, get his little catnip fix. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually making a huge mat that is like the size of like a bath mat, and I haven't cut the loops yet. I'm going to do that at the end to make it like grass. I'm double stranding with a self-striping yarn and a solid yarn, so that, and then I'm going to attach the graveyard component to it. So it's going to be like a huge cat haunted mansion. And I'm going to try to incorporate as many stitches and as many everything else as I can. Going from an 8 millimeter to a 4.5 millimeter is wild feeling. It's like, what is this little tiny stick of a crochet hook? My cat would sleep on it. Yes, my cat is obsessed with his mat, and it's one of the only ones that his dog Big Brother does not care about, so he can play with it in the middle of the night, and like my cat can just have fun with it. So that's why it's so successful. Because I've played things um, that like were like fishing pole like toys and stuff. But my dog's like, "Ooh, let me play," and then just like tramples all over my cat. My cat's like, "I'm out of here." So this is nice because big when a pig jumping outside. Exactly. He's on my sleep schedule. He goes to bed around 10, comes, lays down with me after midnight, and stays in bed till I get up in the morning. Yeah, my cat sleeps like he goes to bed. Like, he usually goes to bed around the time I go to bed, but then he'll be up in the middle of the night. His cats are nocturnal, but he sleeps during part of the day, and then he'll just like hang out. He kind of just like uh, he doesn't sleep in the bed all night. That's just, but he'll like come back to bed by the time that I'm getting up in the morning, so that I wake up when he's a little snipply buggy. I like how Money's like, I did it. Girl, your fucking sister remembered every part of that spell and basically carried you through this whole entire movie. You were taking credit for everything, and you need to chill out, okay? Please. Did I use the broomstick stitch? I actually don't know what the broomstick stitch is, so I'm gonna have to search that up. No, I used for this, I used the loop stitch. I know there's different ways to do the loop stitch. I did a video a couple days ago showing how I do it, that keeps my hand from hurting as much. I like left hand especially. But I know some people like pull up a loop and hold it and then stitch around it. So I posted a couple different ways, if you want to do it. But what's your I argue with the TV too. How can you not when like, you know, with the broomsticks? Also, I really want to watch Witches of Eastwick because Cher and then Jack Nicholson as the devil. Oh my gosh, that cherry scene haunted me for years. By haunted, I mean like it was good, and I really wanted to continue to watch it. But broomstick stitch crochet, because one of the things I want to do is I want to do some kind of like fence around it. It can look rickety, but I also don't want something that my cat can just like knock over or like that's going to get my cat's way. Really, I just want it to kind of like be there. So like I don't want like something with like wires and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to be a little creative. Oh my gosh, that stitch is gorgeous. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, beautiful. Pretty. It looks like this person's doing it around like a 25mm hook. But I need like a stitch that like will somehow stand straight up. I don't know what that is. Or like at least like pop back up. I don't know. Okay, if I say I want to make a fence, it's like, well, there's a fence stitch, and it's like, I don't think you're understanding what I'm talking about. So rude, but yeah, it's definitely not at all what I'm talking about. Oh, the person who made these giant. Yep, the picture of the lady who crocheted, like literally like lace. Like I just need like what will stand up, and maybe it's the yarn. There are two ways to do it. One is to make lace, another just makes loops like a shag carpet, but both use a large knitting needle. Yeah, this you actually use your fingers and you just crochet the way you instead of going when you do your half double crochet, instead of just grabbing that um, yarning over like you normally would, you go around your front loop and then behind your back loop and you pull that and it secures. Because I was thinking like I could like do something with I was thinking it would be cool to do something with cut pieces of plastic canvas. But then I was like a little nervous that like I would like scratch my cat or something like that. Um, so I just like don't know. I wonder if I use like a really stiff yarn, but then I also really feel like that would be so painful to crochet. I don't know. I'll have to figure. Okay, so like if I was gonna do like let's say I was making like a tray with like built up. Okay, I can't talk while this is happening because obviously Halloweentown will always take precedence. So like let's say I was making like a dish that I wanted the sides to turn up for. I could so like I could put plastic canvas in them and fold the crocheted fabric over them. Have stitches to cover up the cuts. I'm using skewers to frame a box project now. Yeah, see, I was thinking like skewers, like plastic straws, like things like that. But then I just was like, if he trips on something, like if I put like even like something like very visible between like the two like pieces of like straw or whatever, like he's just gonna trip on it and he's gonna drag the whole thing like halfway across the thing, or he's gonna freak out. These cats are dumb. You've never seen Halloweentown? Oh my gosh, Zach, you're missing out. Um, so, and then I know you can cover up I'm trying to make it as easy for him to just walk straight into from any direction without him having to think about it because my cat's not a thinker. My cat is a thinker. And so like if he like trips on something, he might scare himself and like then he will like be afraid of using the toy for like a week. So that's really part of the problem is that I just like I want to make sure that um, he, you know, yeah, it's a very good series. It's a series of movies. The first one's good. The second one's cute as well. Third one, yep, it's pretty cute. Yeah, it's pretty fun. And then the fourth one, we don't talk about the fourth one. We don't talk about the fourth one. Um, yes, I'm saying that my cat is not smart. I'm factually saying that he is a dumbass. He is a little Dumbo, but he's cute. So I've thought about that, and use you can like double stranded yarn, go down on your hook size, but then it's like, well, what stitch will still look good like that? I could do that picket fence. I could do that fence stitch. And then annoying blister on the back of your foot. Ow. I'm sorry. Hey, chocolate bar. Maybe fillet since it makes a grid. Okay. Yes, I like that. I like that. That's smart. I like that. And that would be a nice way to double it up. Oh, okay. Or you're saying, okay, I was thinking of doing like a mosaic where I a mosaic where I made that picket fence and I just used the colors of the grass and stuff to I'll have to try some things. I'll have to try some things and see what works. You could also add a picture to it. Are you saying like in the fillet or because it wouldn't be very high. Like my cat's a little chub chub, so like it doesn't need to be very high off the ground. It just needs to go around the perimeter to give the illusion of a fence. Even like not even all the way around the perimeter, just to kind of give like, hey, it's a fence. Good enough. You were everything I could have ever hoped for in a daughter and so much more. You gonna say that in front of your other daughter? Really, girl? Oh, yes, he is a chump. I like how Luke is like, I did this so you would like me. She wasn't. Well, okay, I guess he says. Okay. He wanted to be good looking before he met Marnie, and then he met Marnie, and he really was like, now that I'm good looking, Marnie will definitely want to date me, and then we can kill her grandmother and her mother, because women love that. He, okay, my cat is just a big bone dude. Like that's just who he is, and he eats a normal size amount of food. But if I pick that thing up, you're like, where did you get that mini horse from? And why is he biting you? He's a little dick too. So, and now Luke's a bus driver. Plot holes, but we're not here for accuracy. We're here for Debbie Reynolds. Let's be honest. This movie's so good. But I want to make sure that this is an accessible toy to him for him because it's his toy. He needs to be able to comfortably get in and out of it, not feel like he has to like climb over things if that's not his fantasy. I want him to just enjoy his self. But I have all kinds of ideas. I want to do a tree with like weighted like uh poly pellets or like poly pellets in it that has like it's kind of like they must have still have these, but like I know when I was growing up, they had like, these clowns that were like the Weebles waddle, they fall down, or the blow up clowns that you punch, but then they bounce back up. So like something like that, but it's a tree, and then it has like little like ghosts or bats or something hanging off of it, um, so that my cat can like swat at them, but like the tree will just like come back up. And then I'm thinking out of the top of Maybe the back's there, and then out of the top of my um, out of the top of my haunted house, I want to have like a ghost like flying around on like a battery powered um, little toy or something. I don't know. I feel like there's like options. Okay, so Halloweentown is over. Let's see what other Halloween-y movies. Okay, so it's got all of the Halloweentown movies. You know what I'm gonna do? I know. I know. I have so many ideas for this. I just wanna go nuts and just have it. I wanna use as many stitches as possible. I wanna have as much fun. I just wanna stretch my creativity and create just something totally out of this world for my cat because I think he would have a good time with it. And then obviously we can put some catnip toys just like littered around it, like a giant spider with like a giant spider's nest and stuff like that. Maybe like a catnip like spider egg sack. I don't know, something like that. So I'm going to turn on Gravity Falls, which is also on um, uh, uh, Disney Plus. Now, Gravity Falls is a great show. If you have not seen it, I would highly recommend it. Um, now, it's all about mysteries and kind of uh, like just different kinds of like oddities and stuff like that. Yes, Altnuts always does, but Altnuts is a lot braver than I am. Kayla is very brave, watches a lot of scary movies. I am not as brave as they are, so I personally cannot watch most of the movies that they recommend watching. And then also, the last movie I watched that they recommended was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I think I just saw that at like I think it was just hyped up so much by them and other people that like I was just like, oh, this is so stupid. So I haven't watched that since, but it would be fun to watch. I also love Gravity Falls. It's so good. So in honor of me also wanting to get back eventually to making my summerween jack-o'-melon, which is on my whip list. I am going to, uh, I am going to turn on the, I'm going to turn on the Summerween episode, which is season 1, episode 12. These are short episodes, they're 24 minutes long. Oh my gosh, child abduction. This has been the day of just like a lot of like alerts. So my phone has just been screaming, um, like flash flood warnings, like child alert, like is yeah. The gnome vomiting the rainbow at the end of the first episode as a enamel pin on my bag. Oh my gosh, I love that. So like Mel and I have been talking about it for a while, but I never get around doing it because like I just like hate making wearables so much. But I really, really, really want to do a. We want to do. It was Mel idea at first because I was like, she wanted to do a Dipper and Mabel couples costume, and I was like, they're twins. You realize that, right? That's incest. Um, but once you're past that old thing, um, also I love Brenda. Like Brenda. um, oh my gosh, Mel also is really good at combining shows and sayings and stuff. So when we were watching Schitt's Creek, and a little bit of Alexis came out, she'd be like la 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 la. It's a little bit of Brenda. But anyways, I could go on so much about Gravity Falls. But we're gonna watch the submarine episode and then I'll call it a night. So that'll put us right around the 2-hour mark. She did the Brenda better, obviously, but yeah, the gnome like just vomiting like rainbows and sparkles. The submarine superstore. The people in this town love Halloween so much they celebrate twice a year. I did get so one of my themes this year is going to be so we're going to hopefully do a Dipper and Mabel costume like we've been planning for so long. I got 3, those books that like they look like books but they're actually like just boxes. Um and You can like put stuff in them like jewelry or whatever. Um, so I got 3 blank ones, and I'm gonna do the journals from Gravity Falls because I saw at the bookstore. We went to Barnes and Noble the other day, and they actually have journal number 3, but they don't sell or make journals number 1 and 2. And I was like, this is super cool, and I really like it because I love the show. But I was like, what if I just made for decoration, like that I could like store things in the journals. So I'm going to make the journals once we get a little bit closer. Also, moving has to happen. Submarine trickster. But yeah, so I'm writing a pattern right now where I'm writing 2 variations. One is going to be a plushy version of um, the jack-o'-melon, which is a jack-o'-lantern, but it's instead of a pumpkin, it's made out of a watermelon that you put a candle in. So I'm gonna make one that is hollow, but it's got plastic canvas on the inside to hold its shape, and you can actually put like an LED candle inside of it. And and The other variation is going to be a plushie. Wendy is like dream girl material. Brenda. Oh my gosh, I have to make a waddles. I was gonna I wanted to make one of my pets Waddles and one of my pants Rumpelstiltskin. I can't decide which one. which. I think my cat would be a good Waddles, but he really doesn't like to have costumes on. My dog doesn't mind having costumes on, so. I don't know how to take that. How does someone take the information that they could do a good crumple stand? No, I was gonna do Dipper. I was gonna do Dipper. Cause I'm gonna crochet Mel a sweater, a Mabel sweater, a Mabel worthy sweater that lights up and stuff. Hey Daniel, are you finally back home? Your pictures look amazing. Him, I think you can make him over the top. Also, like, with my body shape, it's gonna be a little hard, but I really want to do Dipper. We're gonna do Dipper and Mabel. Back again next year. I did see that. I did see that. It looks like you all had an amazing, amazing time. Oh my gosh, are we going to talk about the homosexual undertones of the sheriffs in Gravity Falls? Because the tones are toning, y'all. Loser candy. Start getting ready for bed. Have a good night. Okay. I probably won't be on tomorrow. I might go on earlier in the day, but who knows? Tomorrow is lease signing day, so who really fucking knows what's gonna go on? So if I'm not here tomorrow, then we'll catch up and we'll watch some more movies. But yeah, so the moving process is about to get kicked into high gear. I'm not looking forward to it, but sometimes things have gotta be done. So yeah, so hopefully I will. If I don't catch you tomorrow, I will catch you all very soon. Yeah, thank you. Just sucks moving. Moving sucks. There's just no easy way to do it, but it happens. Grenda. Yeah. So like I think we still have like quite a quite a bit of having to do. It's always come a long way slower than I expect. Some people are like, yeah, I can get this done in like an hour, and I'm like, oh, and that much slower than everybody else. Maybe. I love this show. It's so good. This is such a great character. This yarn's so pretty, isn't it? I also made the Japanese knot bag with this when I did my uh, 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 Japanese knot bag for a charity thing that I did. Such a good premise for like a Halloween villain. Just like throwing out jelly bean. Yeah, it's like a three-way like roving. It doesn't vary that much in size, but it is roving still. They do have it in, or they did have it in cake form as well. I think this yarn is still available at Ice Yarns. They've had this for a long time. The terror guy from the fear guy from Terrortown Street. I ate a man. Breaking 9 to 5. Okay, okay. So now that we've watched an episode, that submarine of episode of Gravity Falls, I'm going to let you all go, but I hope you have a great night, and I will maybe see you tomorrow. Probably not. Who knows? And then I guess we'll just kind of go from there and see where the rest of the nights take us. So I hope you have a great night, and I'll talk